I have to say, I'm really, really happy to see and welcome the delightful and the sunny and the glorious KT Tunstall live to the top of the hour. KT, welcome.
Well, hello.
How are you today?
Are you?
You're good.
Just great. I'm so happy to be here. It's such a celebratory time right now.
Yeah, it's great. And you're here largely because of Clueless The Musical, which is, I got to see it in it's Trafalgar Square.
Trafalgar Theatre, yeah. You can see Big Ben, Nelson's Column, and Clueless The Musical.
That's it. And
all in one photo.
And Clueless The Musical jumps out because of the iconic uniform that she's wearing, or the clothes that she's wearing in the yellow. There were about, I think, everyone with a torch and all the usherettes were all Irish, so we had a great chat there. And then sat down and I wasn't sure what to expect because it's different to the movie. So tell everyone as much about it and your involvement with it too.
Yeah, so basically during lockdown, the absolute lyricist extraordinaire Glenn Slater, who's done School of Rock, Sister Act, Jersey Boys, I mean, amazing work, award-winning. We'd met on a previous project and he reached out and said, we're doing this original music version of Clueless and would I like to come on as the composer? Excuse me. Yeah. And I mean, it's just an absolute no-brainer. It's just the coolest of, I mean, it was really the mothership of that genre of film. And Amy Heckerling, who wrote and directed that film, who's just an absolute rock star. She's writing the script for the show, so we've been working with her the whole time.
Amazing. Where did you go? Where did you go in your head and your heart for the music for this? Because this is we know you from one part of who you are, but this you had to open another box entirely for this.
Absolutely, and that's why it was exciting to me, was to really, really stretch out and do something different. And I was very happy when I first found out that they were keeping it very authentically 90s. And so that was a kind of, that was the beginning of the challenge. How do we really, because the thing I love about Amy Heckerling is that she's really fought tooth and nail to keep it very authentic 90s LA. Even when she was making the film, they were like, oh, people won't understand the lingo, they won't get the words. And she was like, she's the best like New York accent ever. She's just like, I don't care. It's got to be real. It's got to sound like how it sounds. So she really fought for the music. You know, they're using things like Beastie Boys and Radiohead and Supergrass and like stuff that you wouldn't you might think it'd be a bit more bubblegum pop, but then you listen to the soundtrack and it's indie and grunge and hip hop and all sorts of stuff.
All of which has aged very well. And
yeah.
you were able to apply your skill set to that, and all of a sudden we've got this musical that, because I didn't know what to expect, and I'd say it was about half.
I'm glad you've seen it.
No, I was about half a song into it. I found not only was my foot tapping, but I was laughing because
it's very, very funny.
It's clever.
But yeah, so I just went back to all those like favorite 90s songs.
Yeah.
All the bangers, you know, Spice Girls, Natalie Imbruglia, Alanis Morissette, Radiohead, some of the stuff from the actual soundtrack. And basically each song we have in the musical has a sort of North Star of a favorite 90s song. So there's a song that the character Elton sings because he's the best. He's the best boy in the school to date.
That's so funny.
And I was like, right, it was Glenn actually said we should do it like Right Said Fred. I'm too sexy.
Yeah.
And so you can recognize it. It reminds you all of those 90s bangers, but we're actually giving you new songs to sing along to.
You're going to sing for us now, which I'm really, really chuffed about. So will you put this in context for us? Because it's quite hard. You got to get a lot of colour into your head when you're watching this on the stage and the cast.
It's early in the show, and basically Cher is very excited about helping other people and helping other people live their lives better in the way that she thinks they should. And there's a new girl who comes to school and her name is Ty, if you don't know the movie. And she basically gives her a makeover. And it's all with like lovely heart of gold, good intent. But it's just, you know, this girl who was an indie kid with pink hair and baggy pants suddenly turns into a Beverly High School.
Yeah. So it's kind of exactly as you say, Beverly Hills meets Pygmalion, you know, My Fair Lady. So let's flip it.
And
yeah.
it's just the spirit of the Jane Austen soul in it gives it such emotion and depth in it. I love it. But Glenn's lyrics so I wrote the music, Glenn wrote the lyrics, and these lyrics are just killer. I'm like, how does a guy your age write lyrics for a 16-year-old?
I can't wait to hear
in
this.
LA.
Again. Okay, so I've seen it on the stage, and now everyone listening today are going to hear it live and in glorious technical sound. You're off.
New girl.
Whoa! Tunstall. Holy
And listen,
smoke.
disclaimer, I have got the lyrics in front of me.
No.
Because how do you remember all that stuff?
There's a lot in there.
Honestly, this cast, they're every word perfect. Unreal.
You brought that to life in a way that I
thank
didn't think
you.
it would be possible for one woman and guitar. Because when I saw that, it was the full cast. There was a lot of coming and going.
Thank
There's
you.
costume.
Someone said to me the other day, small body, lot of noise.
Yeah, but good noise, good noise. And she's great. The person who's Emma Flynn, is that right?
Emma Flynn.
Good on
I call
her.
her the quadruple threat. I mean, she is an amazing singer, dancer, actress, but is absolutely one of the most professional, wonderful people you could work with.
What's it like for you to listen to your music when you're sitting in the audience, the stalls, and
Yeah.
looking at it all come alive? That must be a joy, is it?
It's fantastic, and it's also confronting because, I mean, with albums, when I'm making albums, you hear it in your head before you actually get it down. And recording it is a process where you've really got to try and execute what's in your imagination. And I really approach the show the same way as I would approach a record. And that means it's got to be good enough. I'm not putting anything out unless I think it's as good as it can possibly be. So I've been on them. I've been a bit of a taskmaster, making sure everything sounds as good as I would want it to if I was recording it in a studio.
This Clueless The Musical, I think, thanks to you, and as you're quick to point out that there's a great team.
Oh, it's
involved.
an amazing creative team.
I think this is the sort of musical that people who don't do musicals might find themselves getting their head around and saying, "Do you know what? I really enjoy this. Clever. Listen to those lyrics and
I
that
was
music."
one of those people.
Were you?
I didn't really love musicals growing up because I found them really cheesy.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel that they were that real. And that's partly why people love them. It's because they don't feel real.
They escape,
But it's really like the landscape of musicals over the last 5-10 years has changed so much, where people go and see a musical about anything, and we're now hearing like jukebox musicals where you hear MJ, all the Michael Jackson songs, or Mamma Mia, and so it's pop and rock has become such a big part of musical theatre now.
And there's an appetite for it. This is going to be playing at the Trafalgar Theatre. Beautiful theatre,
Oh,
lovely
it's
size
lovely.
theatre. I thought
Really
the other day.
old building, and it's a little more cozy. So it's really, you're right. You feel like you're on stage with them.
There was a point when I kind of wished I was with my daughters, because the set comes down and it's just this walk-in wardrobe.
It is the
sent from
biggest
the
walk-in
kitsch
wardrobe you've
camp
ever seen in your
gods.
life.
You're just going, everything's there, and then
Yeah.
the music kicks off, and you're on the train then.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, because we're going to take another track from you, if that's okay,
Yeah,
as
I'd
you're
love
here, because you're touring this summer, aren't you? Is that
I
the plan?
am. Well, it's a big summer for me because
tell us.
it's the 20th anniversary of the first records.
Holy smoke.
And it's the 50th anniversary of me.
Oh, congratulations! More
And
importantly,
it's the 30th anniversary of Clueless. I mean, it's just straight crazy
what a year!
alignment. What a year.
2025. How are you feeling about your personal anniversary that you just
I feel
mentioned?
amazing about it.
You look amazing.
Thank you so
Yeah, I
much.
really mean
So
that.
do you.
Yeah.
I feel really the happiest I've ever felt. I just feel I've followed my heart, and there's been times where I thought I might throw in the towel and I didn't, and I persevered. And to get to the 20-year anniversary of the record, and so many people love the album still, and young people getting into it. So I've actually, I was like, how do I spend my 50th birthday?
Go on.
I thought I'll do a gig where I play the album start to finish, then get a bunch of mates together and have a bit of a party.
Oh, that's a good night out.
I decided to do it at the Royal Albert Hall.
Nah! Well, you know what? If you're going to do
5,000
it,
people are coming to my birthday party.
what date is that?
And that's the 23rd of June.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah,
I
thank
love
you.
that. What a
Oh
way to
my
go! What a
goodness.
way to celebrate!
It's going to be really, really special. I will do well if I don't cry that day.
I'm just laughing. My 50th was with my immediate family in my kitchen drinking a bag of
Listen,
cans and said, "We're a
a
different
bag
world
of cans
to
in
yours."
the kitchen would be the other idea. There would be nothing in between. There'd be bag of cans in the kitchen
Or the Royal
Albert Hall.
Okay, what are you going to sing for us today?
Well, I thought I'd just do Where It All Started.
Oh, lovely! Thank you.
And I can do you a little mashup of one of my favorite singers of all time, if you like. In the
I
middle
would
of it.
be honoured. Please, it's so good to have you here. So, in your own time. Oh, good God, that was amazing. I've been 20 years looking at live performances in studios and TV and radio, and I think that ranks as one of the most.
Thank you.
Honest to God, your voice is golden, and it's pure. And do you know what else radiates from you is happiness. You're in good form.
Listen, I think that's as you kind of get older
Yeah,
and you think about what success is.
yeah.
It's 11-year-old kid coming up to you and telling you that they've started playing guitar because of your songs.
Wow, what a
or
compliment.
that, seeing a room full of people, just you hit the first chords and they know the song and they're just grinning.
But it's the joy in the performance. If you're
Yeah.
tired of it, they're tired of it.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
said to myself, if I get fed up of it, go and do something else and
That's
wait
right.
till you love it again and come
Well,
back, because it needs to be there.
You are going nowhere.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Tickets for Clueless the Musical. KT Tunstall writing that beautiful music for that. That's in the Trafalgar Theatre. CluelessOnStage.com up to the 22nd or 27th, I should say, of September.
That's right.
That's a big long run. That's
It's
good
going.
news.
It's
There's nothing
going.
wrong with that musical. I'm
But I
delighted.
promise you, it is just so much fun. And even if you're dragging along, I saw a girl who obviously dragged along her 18-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he was grinning the whole time.
Oh, that's great.
Had a great time.
And they're coming from Ireland, because when I was sitting down, a lady came over 3 chairs from Newry to go, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to be in talking to a lady called Katie." Go, "I love Katie Tunstall." Anyway, there's so much love for you out there today.
Thank you.
And in the studio, I just think you're tremendous. I've really enjoyed that. Thank you. You've given me a great lift today. Good luck with
It's my
everything.
pleasure. Thank you so
Happy
much,
birthday. Enjoy
Ryan.
your party at the Royal Albert Hall. See you
I'll
soon.
try.
Thank you so much. KT Tunstall, everybody.
Radio.